This conference will now be recorded.
All right, let's start with the Cronjobs today. So Cronjob is a program. Okay, so Cronjob is a program. Then what is the specialty of this program? The specialty of this program is, okay, so the special of this program is we can schedule this program. So that means a scheduled program is nothing but the cron job. Scheduled program is nothing but cron job. A scheduled program which is nothing but a cron job. So that means let's say I want to run some background activities at periodic intervals. Let's say we have some task which needs to be executed. We have some task. Task can be what? Finding the orders, okay, creating coupons, sending the promotions, and so on, so on. So let's say we have some task which needs to be executed at a periodic intervals. Okay, we have some task which needs to be executed at a periodic intervals. Then we can write. Then we can write the task logic. Then we can write that task logic inside the cron job and schedule the time for it. Okay, so that means on that time that will be executed automatically. So let's say example. So let's say example every day. Okay, so every day 12:01 a.m. 12:01 a.m. means what? Day completed. Every day at 12:01 a.m. So that means day completed. Every day I want to find out. Okay, I want to. I'm just giving some requirement here. Every day at 12:01 a.m. That means day completed. So I want to find out top 10 orders in previous day. So top 10 orders what? In terms of the price. Top 10 orders what? In terms of the price. So that means let's say you place the order, I place the order, you place it with $50, I place it with $40. Then which is the top order in terms of the price? Your order, because it's a $50. So therefore, so every day at 12:01 a.m. I want to find out top 10 orders in terms of the price and send the details to marketing team. And okay, send that details to marketing team, so that a marketing team may call that customers and talk to them, give appreciation to them, or send some promotions to them, send some coupon to them. Like that we have so many ways. So therefore, every day at 12:01 a.m., I want to find out top 10 orders in the previous day, okay, in terms of the price, and send that details to the marketing team. Marketing team can call these top 10 customers and say that, hey, you have done great transaction with us. Thank you for us. And we would like to give a coupon for you. We would like to invite something for you. Like that, you can greet them so that the customer satisfaction can increase. So that the customer satisfaction can increase. Is that possible here? Is this possible in the real time? This is possible, right? Because let's say you are going to one restaurant. When you go to a restaurant, after coming back, let's say you went to the restaurant with 20 people. After coming back, are they calling you and inquiring how the restaurant, your experience in the restaurant and all? Are they doing it or not?
Question. They're doing it.
Yes. So those are all what, okay, to increase the customer satisfaction, to maintain the relation. So therefore, this is one example to write the cron jobs. Next, another example is what we have seen. Okay, we have seen OOTP cron jobs also, out of the box cron jobs. Can you give me examples of what we studied OOTP cron jobs? We have seen OOTP cron jobs, out of the box cron jobs.
Not
Hmm.
clean up.
Okay, cart removal cron job, right? So if you go to the website, okay, so we studied this a lot. I don't want to go back and recollect all the scenario now, but the moment I show you, you need to pick it. So you can see, so there is a cart removal cron job here. Okay, cart removal cron job. Okay, what is the purpose of this? So this job, let's say you are specifying the cart removal age is, let's say 1 month. Okay, so if you are putting 1 month, then it will check are there any login users cards which are not used more than 1 month. If yes, delete it. Are there, let's say here you specify 2 months, then it will check are there any anonymous users card which is more than 2 months, then delete it. So that means this job purpose is what? Delete the unused cards. Delete the unused cards. Then where is the code for this? Okay, so cart removal cron job. You can see this is the cart removal cron job. Okay, not this one.
Performable.
Cart removal cron job. This is a class, model class. So you can see star here. Okay, so you can see this one. So here you can see there is a bunch of the logic generated cart. This is the generated one. There is one more file. Asterisk cart remove job star Java. So cart removal cron job. This one. Cart removal Java. Yeah, this one. You can see a cron job to clean up the cards. So here you have the bunch of the logic. Now if you want to fine tune this logic, how to fine tune the logic, how to override the methods, all these things we already discussed. So this is one cron job we discussed already. Okay, what else we discussed here? Out of the box cron jobs. What else we discussed? So
Sitemap.
therefore, cron job is a program. It is a program here, nothing. It is a program, that's it. What is the specialty of this program? The specialty of this program is you can schedule the timer for it. So that's why scheduled program is nothing but a cron job. Schedule the timer for it. How to schedule it, we'll see. Tell me.
Sitemap generation.
Sitemap cron jobs. Okay, excellent. Sitemap cron jobs. If you see in the same website, you can see, so here. So these are the sitemaps. So what is the purpose of the sitemaps? We discussed already in the functional sessions. If anyone did not attend that, just recollect from there. So therefore, for sitemap generation purpose, what this sitemap will do, so this will check in the current website what are the products, what are the categories, and for the products, for the categories, for content and all, it will generate the URLs. So today I have 20 products, tomorrow I will have 30 products, right? So that's why that job you need to run. So how many products are there? For those many products it will create the URLs. So that's why you need to write it as a job so that every day it will check how many products are there. For those many products, it will create the URLs. For those many products, it will create the URLs and so on, so on. Okay, so this also we have seen, and where is the logic for that? So the logic for that is, okay, so media, okay, cron job something, right? Okay, so media cron job, yeah, this one. You can see sitemap media cron job. No, sitemap star cron job asterisk dot Java. Now you can see this is the model, this is the one. Yeah, this is the one. This is a generated class, huh? No,
Sitemap media job.
asterisk sitemap asterisk Java. I can just select all these things. Okay, so this is a generated one. We don't need. No, this is the correct one. Okay, so that is the correct one. So this is the model file. Yeah, so this is the correct one. Correct. So this is the file. This is the cron job. So basically, cron job is a scheduled program. The specialty of this program is you can write whatever logic you want and attach the timer for it. So based on the timer, this will be executed background automatically. Based on the timer, it will be executed automatically. That's it. So that's about the sitemap we discussed. What else we discussed here?
Dynamically generated when you do synchronization.
Okay, so for synchronization purpose, we have the cron jobs, very good. So for synchronization purpose, because let's say you are loading the products, right? So every day you load the products. After loading the products, you need to sync it. So let's say this, we have the products in the SAP system. Okay, let's say we have the products in the SAP system. So this is the scenario, right? So this is the commerce system and this is the solar system. Okay, so let's say this is the SAP system and this is the SAP commerce system and this is the solar document. So then you are, let's say every day you are loading the products into the commerce. It may be delta products or whatever the products. Okay, so every day you are loading the products into commerce. You will load into what? Into the staged version. Then from staged version, you need to move to online. From staged version, you need to move to online. Moving from stage to online, again a sync job. So here you can use the cron job. Let's say here every day you are loading products every day at let's say 10:30 p.m. Loading products every day at 10:30 p.m. and generally it takes assume that 20 minutes. So you will load into staged, then you need to schedule the program for it, cron job for it. So this cron job you can schedule at what time? So 20 minutes, maybe you can schedule at 10:50 p.m. Because 20 minutes it is taking the time to load it. So you can schedule even 5 minutes later also or 11 p.m. Okay, so like this you can schedule it. What this will do, it will move the products which are there in the stage to online. After moving the stage to online, then you need to load this into that products information you load into solar document. Okay, you need to load into solar document. So for that also you can use the cron job. So you can write a job. Okay, so you can write a job. Okay, so you can write a job and then schedule it. So let's say this is taking this synchronization is taking let's say 20 minutes. Okay, let's say synchronization is taking average 20 minutes. Then this you can schedule at what time? Let's say 11:30 p.m. Like this you can use the sync jobs, index jobs and all. Okay, so sync jobs. Fourth one is index jobs. Okay, index jobs. Like this, we have so many jobs we discussed so far. Even in yesterday's example also, if you remember, in yesterday's example also, when we are creating the site, you remember when we are creating the site, I told you, when you are creating the site, I told you, we need to create the jobs. You can see here, catalog, sync jobs, all those things. So I have written the logic here. Can you see this one please here? So this is the content catalog, this is the product catalog. Again sync is two types here. So product catalog sync and the content catalog sync. For both purpose you need the job. So you can see here. So I am having a product catalog, I am having a content catalog. So product catalog, okay. So we are creating the sync job. Sync job from where? Stage to online. So then I need to create two sync jobs. One is for the product catalog purpose, another one is for the content catalog purpose. So you can see, so there is a table catalog sync, catalog version sync table. In that you are trying to put this product catalog one. In that you are trying to put the content catalog one. So that your products will be synced from stage to online. Like this, we studied a bunch of the OOTV cron jobs also. Now it's time to see how to create our own cron job. Now it's time to see okay, how to create our own new cron job. Okay, so how to create our own new cron job. Now let's understand some functionality before we start that. Okay, let's understand some functionality before we start that. As I said, right, okay, what is the cron job? It is a scheduled program. You can attach the timer for it. It is a scheduled program. You can attach the timer for it. Now, let's say if you have a specific task which you want to execute at periodic intervals, let's say every Sunday at 8 a.m., then you can put that logic in the cron job and attach the timer for it. For example, I want to send a promotion. Okay, so did you observe, let's say you log into Amazon, add an item to cart. Did you observe this scenario here? Log into Amazon, add an item to cart, but don't buy it. Now next week is a Diwali, right? So then you will start receiving some kind of offer saying that, hey, you added this item to cart, this item is having right now offer like that. Are you getting any such kind of emails?
Yes, Chenna.
Yes. Then do you think that there is a person who is sending that? No. Who is doing that? Cronjobs. So
Cronjobs.
Cronjobs are finding, okay, who are the people added item to cart, not buying more than 30 days. Not buying more than 30 days and there is a Diwali. And is that product is having any offer? If yes, it will go and check that logic and take that offer code or coupon code and send to these customers. Those are all the examples of Cronjobs. Okay, so then you might have been observed one more thing, right? Did you observe another example? So did you observe when you are working in IBM company, Accenture company, whatever may be the company, when your birthday is there, then morning when you go to office, you will see an email. Oh, congratulations, today is your birthday, celebrate it. Happy wishes from HR team like that, right? Yes or no? Are you guys are there?
Yes, Chenna.
Yes. So that's also kind of a cron job. That's also kind of a cron job. Like this, we have bunch of the examples here. And in the beginning, I told one example where, so let's say every day midnight at 12 a.m., I want to find out what are the top 10 orders in the previous day of the price. Top 10 orders in previous day in terms of the price and find out the top 10 orders customers information sent to the marketing team so that marketing team can talk to that particular customers and make them happy, wish them, okay, friendly them and all. So on so on so. So this is another example. Like this, we can create n number of examples here. So that's why when you are attending a interview, people says I written the cron jobs. When you say I written the cron jobs, create one scenario first yourself. Why did you create the cron job? So create the scenario first. Let's say my company is having this one is the solid requirement. You can see my company has a requirement where they want to find out top 10 orders in terms of the price every day midnight at 12:01 a.m. and to find out the top 10 orders customers information sent to the marketing team so that the marketing can do some background activities. So this is one of the requirements so that I have created a cron job for this. Like that you can explain so that people will be happy. That's it. So just now I told you what kind of cron job is a Java program which will which will execute at periodic intervals. Next, what cron job contains. So please remember this. Cron job will contain. So the first one is okay. So if you see the definition of the cron job, it is a scheduled program, right? It is a scheduled program. Now, how do I schedule it? I can schedule using a cron expression. I can schedule using a cron expression. Cron expression is not specific to commerce here. It is there everywhere. I can schedule using cron expression. So what is the cron expression? You can just go to google.com. Okay. So cron expression. Okay. Online. Okay. So cron expression online like that. You can just type it here. Then you will understand. Cron maker. Cron maker. So you can specify. So let's say every minute. Okay, every minute you want to execute the cron job every minute and every hour. So you can specify here. This is having a little bit of complexity. Maybe we'll see something else. Okay, now let's see this. Yeah, this is a good one here. Okay, so do you want to execute okay, so specific seconds? No. So directly I will go to the seconds. I am saying 0 or 0th second. Let's put the 0th second. 0th second means what? 59. After 59, 0. Then do you want to execute every minute? No. I don't want to execute every minute. Then when do you want to execute? Let's say I want to execute. This is hour, right? I want to execute at 4 a.m. Okay, I want to execute at 4 a.m. And 4 a.m. 4 a.m. in which days you can specify? Okay, so we have 30 days, right? And 30 days, let's say I want to execute 4 a.m. 15th, 20th, and 28th. These 3 days I want to execute. And these 3 days, if it is a Wednesday and Sunday, okay, like this you can specify. Or if you don't want this, simply you can specify I want to execute the cron job, okay, 4 a.m. on these days, 4 a.m. on these days, and in which month I want to execute 4 a.m. on those days in the November month and December month. That's it, only 2 months. And in which year you can specify I want to execute in this year only and next year also. Like this you can specify. Now you can see the, like this you can specify. Now you can see this is the cron job, or this is the cron expression. So this cron expression is saying that hour is 4 and which dates, hour is 4th hour, 4 a.m. Then which days? So 1/15/28, okay, 1/15/2028. Then okay, then which month? November, December. So that means the pending. So let's say only I will keep November, or only will keep November. Why it's not reflected here? Okay, I need to select this. So now you can see, no, specific months I specified here. Yeah, it's coming now. Actually, it's not reflected properly. So I am specifying November, December. So therefore, 4 a.m. on these dates, on these months. Then which year? You can see here. Okay, on which year? 2022 and 2023. Now you can see this is the correct one. You can also see the explanation behind. So this is the best one to create your cron expression here. Otherwise, you will get lots of confusion. This is the best way to create your cron expression. And below is the explanation. So seconds are 0, minutes are 0, and 4 a.m. That means exactly 4 a.m. 4 a.m. on which days? These days. These days on which month? These months. And which year? This year. So that means in 2023, 2022 year, 2023 year, in November month and December month, okay, on these dates at 4 a.m. your job will be executed. Like this you can specify the triggering point. Triggering point you can specify using cron expression. Triggering point you can specify using cron expression. Is that clear? Is that clear?
Chenna.
Are you guys are there?
Yes, Chenna.
Okay, so therefore when you are creating the cron expression, use this kind of free tools so that it will be easy for you. So this is the one you need to paste it. In the cron expression triggering point, I will show you cron expression triggering point after a few minutes. So there you need to paste this value so that you can see. So this is how this will be executed. Like that you can specify cron job triggering point using cron expression. So that's where what cron job contains. So first one is a triggering point, when to execute. So that triggering point you can specify using cron expression. That's it. Next, so every cron job, can you see this one please? Every cron job extends abstract job performable. Okay, extends abstract job performable class or job performable interface. Either one is fine. You can go with the abstract job performable or job performable. So, and to override the perform method, so here you can write the logic. So that's what the next thing. So therefore, job extends, okay, job performable interface or abstract job performable abstract class. Either one is fine here. You can go with the interface or you can go with the abstract class. Go with the abstract class so that you will not have many methods. And once you, so you are writing the cron job, your cron job should extend this abstract job performable and override the method called perform. So here you need to write the logic. Here you need to write the logic. Once you write the logic, for this job, whatever you created, you need to attach the triggering point, which is by using cron expression. By using cron expression, that's it. By using cron expression. So that's what the diagram is. So you have a activation time. Activation time is with what? Using the triggering point. You will set the trigger for what? For your cron job. Cron job uses what? Job. So in the job, you are writing the logic. In the job, you are writing the logic. So this is just a pictorial representation of the representation of the cron job activities. That's it. Okay, now let's take one requirement and start doing this exercise. Okay, so just now I told, right, one requirement. So let's say example. So find out, this is the requirement, right? Let me put the same requirement, but instead of orders, I will put courses. You guys are there?
Yes, Chenna.
Okay, so the requirement is what? So every day at 12 a.m. find out what are the, I want to find out what are the top 10 orders in terms of the price and send those customers information. Send those customer details to marketing team. Send those customer details to marketing team. So this is every day at 12:01 a.m. So that means every day once. So this is how the requirement. Similarly, so instead of, so here we need to find out the logic, or we need to write the logic on the order table, right? Similarly, you remember we have the courses table. Let's play with the courses table, because we created the courses table types. We also have the orders here, but I want to tell you with everything with our own table so that you get more comfortability. So we created the courses table. Okay, you can see we don't have any records in that. Let's create some record. Yeah. Okay. So I go to the types. So we created the courses type or courses table. Let's go there. And right now no records. Now let's create some records. Let's say course amount is 100, or sorry, 500. Course code is SAP Commerce. Okay, functional. Duration is, let's say, 50 hours. Course name is SAP Commerce functional. Say done. Similarly, let's create one more. Okay, okay, $500. SAP Commerce technical. So duration is 50 hours. So SAP Commerce technical. Like that, you can specify it. Say done. Then similarly, let me create one more. Okay, so $500. Next, SAP Spartacus. Okay, duration is again 50 hours. SAP Commerce. Okay, or SAP Spartacus. That's it. Not Commerce. Okay, SAP Spartacus. So like this, you created the records. So instead of the order table, you have the courses table. Instead of the order table, we have the courses table. I'm just doing the similar example only, but I'm using the courses example. First, understand the requirement here. If you understand the requirement, writing the logic is very easy. So these are the courses. Now the requirement is, I have two requirements. I will write two requirements. Okay. Let's have two requirements. So the first requirement is, okay, are you guys are there?
Yes, Chenna.
Okay, so the requirement is something like this. I want to find out, okay, so we want to find out what are the available courses. Okay, we want to find out what are the available courses every minute. Okay, so we want to find out what are the available courses every minute. Every minute I want to find out. Okay, so every minute we want to find out what are the available courses every minute. Okay, after that, Okay, we want to find out what are the available courses every minute. After that, two requirements. Every minute you want to find out we want to find out what are the available courses every minute. Then after that, after finding, so then first one is what? Send, display them in the console file or log file. Display those in console or log file. So displaying in the console, that means here, displaying here and displaying in the log file, both are same? Yes or no? You can
Yes.
see here. So these are the log files, right? So these are the log files. Displaying in the log file, I'm just deleting for now so that I can show you here. Okay, so displaying in the log file, displaying in this console, both are same. We'll see that. Okay. So therefore, what I need to do, I want to find out what are the available courses every minute. After finding, display those in console or log file. And I am also writing the second logic. So this is one requirement. Then the second requirement is also send those courses details, uh, also email those courses details to specific group. So this group, anything here, let's say ABC. So let's say there is a group called ChennaReddyTraining at gmail.com. Some group. So that anyway, company will give it. You don't need to worry. So this is a requirement. Is the requirement is clear, everyone? Is the requirement is clear, everyone?
Yes, Chenna.
Other people are there. So therefore, here the requirement is what we want to find out top 10 orders in terms of the price. Here we want to find out what are the available courses. So here we want to find out every day at once. So here I want to find out every minute. So here we want to email the details. Here also we are writing the emailing the details. Plus here also we are writing one more logic to display them in the console or log file. So this is the requirement. If you are clear with the requirement, we'll go through and see the coding. Is that clear requirement?
Yes,
Yes.
Chenna.
Okay, good. So that is what I explained here. You can see the courses table we created. So in the courses table, so these jobs anyway I will cover it now, and so on, so on, so. So finally the requirement is this is the requirement. Okay, so if you are clear with the requirement, then what the first step I need to do? I need to make sure, okay, courses item type is created or exist. Okay, so courses item type is created. So we already created, right? You can see. Let me go to the Chenna core-item.xml. So in the Chenna core-item.xml, you can see here. So this is the one I am talking about. So you can see we created item type called courses with the course code, course name, course duration, course amount. So this is the logic we have done. So if you have not created already, you need to create this to work with this example. If you have not created already, you need to create this to work with this example. That's why in the notes anyway, all the steps are available. In the notes, we did not go with the assumption here. So whether you practice the previous example or not, even if you come to this example also, you will be able to practice. Okay. So therefore, step number one is make sure. Okay, make sure course item type is created with the course code, course name, whatever it is, with the course code, course name, course duration, and the course amount attributes. Course amount attributes. That's it. And we already done that. Then, so step number two is what? You can start the server, and perform HAC update. So once you perform HAC update, what happens? This particular courses item will get created in the database. You can see So this particular courses item get created in the database, you can see here. Then you can execute it and create the records like this. And execute it and create the records like this. Now, if you have 3 records, that's fine. If you have 4 records, that's fine. If you have 20 records, that's fine. But records is not matter for us. Few records are fine. For our requirement, I want to find out the available courses and display them in the console or log file, and also email to the specific group or specific people, That's okay. So right now I don't have the group and all. That's why I just given the normal email ID. Good. Okay, so this is the second step, and insert the courses. Insert the data. Insert the data. And how to insert the data? We have seen yesterday using impexes. Okay. Therefore, to practice with this example, make sure you have the data in the courses table or courses item type. Once that is done, now the next step is what? Now I need to write a cron job, or I need to write the logic. Okay, so next step is what? Write the logic. Now, is this logic needs to execute at periodic intervals? Is this logic needs to execute at periodic intervals?
Yes.
Yes, every 1 minute I want to execute. If I want to execute every 1 minute, then I need to write the cron job.
Okay.
Okay, and set the timer for it. Set the timer for it. Write the cron job. Okay, and put the logic. Write the logic. Write the cron job. Put the logic. Then set the timer for it. So therefore, now you want to write your own cron job. So now the question is, where can we write the cron job? So you can write where can we write in the cron job? You can write in the star core extension, or if you have some services extension, there also you can write it. For now, we don't have services, those kind of background related one. So that's why we are writing in the core extension. So therefore, let me go to the core extension. Okay, ChennaReddyTraining core extension. Okay, so ChennaReddyTraining core extension, and go to the SRC. Go to the SRC. And you can see, so we just created one package, courses, where is that cron job, which we created, courses, cron job, something will be there. Yeah, you can see here, this one. So you can create a package, you can right click on this, new package. Okay, so let me go here, ChennaReddyTraining core extension, ChennaReddyTraining. Okay, ChennaReddyTraining core extension, go here, go to the resource and create a package, new package. So you can just give the name whatever is here. So if you want to go with your own name, you can go with that, but make sure you are following the existing syntax till com.chennaReddyTraining core. After core, you can give whatever name you want. Then in that, I am creating a class. Okay, in that I am creating a class. So I just make it as ChennaReddyTraining or ChennaTraining job. Now tell me, so this is a simple Java class. If you observe here, okay, if you observe here, so this is a simple Java class. Now Java class, you need to make it as a cron job. To make Java class as a cron job, you need to follow two things, right? What are the two things? To make
Creation.
Java class as a cron job, you need to follow two things. First thing is that your class should extend abstract job performable or implements the interface. Your class extends the abstract job performable or implement the job performable interface. So now you can see I'm extending abstract job performable. Then the second point is what? You need to override the perform method. You can see we are overriding the perform method. You need to override the perform method with your logic. You need to override the perform method with your logic. So what is the logic? So this is the logic. Now let's understand this. Can you observe this one, please? So what the first, I'm just writing everything, please understand. So I want to get the records. I want to get the records, right? To get the records, we need to use flexible search query, right? So you can see flexible search query, select PK, course name, course code, all these things from the courses. And I need to execute the flexible search query. To execute the flexible search query, what do we have? Flexible search service. Flexible search service dot search of this query. So this will be executed. After execution of this, in this what will be there? In this what will be there? So this is a courses, right?
List of
This is
courses.
the courses. Courses model objects will be there. So that means after completion of this, how many model objects will be there? Okay, so it is a you can see this will have three model objects, right? Okay, so courses model object one, because I have three records. Okay, because I have three records, so object one, then what happened? Why it is typing too much? But at least the moment I type the dot, it's coming. Okay, so then I have the two, three like that. Three objects will be there in that because we have three records. Because we have three records, that's it. So then from that we are getting the list. So that means if you see exactly, okay, like this, you have the objects. From that objects, you are getting the get results. So that means, so after completion of this statement, you will have three model objects. Okay, model object one, courses, model object one, courses model object one. Similarly, three will be there, right? Because we have three records. So two, three. Three objects will be there in this. So that's why this is a list. Now I want to, now what is the requirement? I want to display this in the database, in the console and email it. But right now these are what, objects, not the content. So object means this, some number will come for this. Some number will come for this. I don't want that number. I want this course content, course details. So if you want to course details, then you need to iterate the each object and collect the data. You need to iterate the each object and collect the data. So that's why, so this is the courses and the three courses are there right now. So therefore I am writing the for loop. Okay, for each, then for each of what courses model. Okay, courses model dot for each and taking the first object. Okay, taking the first object. Okay, for each means it will take the first object. First object will be available where? In this. First object will be available in this. I'm just writing the execution. So therefore, courses model dot for each. So therefore, it will take the first object. First object means first record. First object means first record. That record I am passing to this method. That record I am passing to this method. So therefore, in this what will be there? Okay, so when it comes to this method, what will be there? So this will be there. Courses model, object one will be there. From that, we are getting the course code, course name, course duration, course amount, and appending with hyphens and returning it. So that means what this is going to return? Course code. Course code is SAP Commerce functional. Then three hyphens, two hyphens. Then course name, SAP Commerce functional. Then duration, 50 hours, two hyphens. Then amount, $500. So this is what it is going to return. Is that clear? This is what it is going to return. Return to where? Return to this variable. So therefore, this variable will have what? This variable will have this data. Are you guys are paying attention? After completion of everything, don't say repeat it once, okay? So therefore, this is returning this one. So therefore, we called that method. That method is collecting the data from this object and returning. So that is available in this. That is available in this. Now I want to display this courses data in the console or log file. So what is the first requirement? I want to display this courses data in the console or log file. To display in the console or log file, you can use the logger framework. You can use the logger framework. See the line number 28, please. It's a simple step only. It is a simple step only. You can see. So you can create a variable for the logger. You can create a variable for the logger. How do I create it? Logger dot get class of. So you can specify your class name dot class. That's it. So logger dot get logger of. You can specify your class name dot class. That's it. That's it. Nothing more than that. Then so this logger is having this variable is having the methods. You can use that methods. So I want to display log.info. I want to display here, right? So log.info of what? This data. So that means this will be displayed. So this will be displayed in log file or console. That's clear? Are you guys are there?
Yes. Yes.
Good. So that record getting displayed. And you can see I am doing one more step here, line number 57. So this line number 57 is for what purpose? See, we are displaying the record. We also need to collect the records to send email. So that's why for collecting purpose, I created one more string buffer variable. In the string buffer variable, I am keeping this data, whatever I am getting. So that means after completion of line number 57, my string buffer variable also will have this data. My string buffer variable also will have this data. That's it. So that is how one record get executed. Now this is a for loop. For loop means what? It is taking the second record, second object. So it is executing the second record, second object. Then for each, okay, for each next record is next object. So it will take the second object, second record, and calling this method. Calling this method. So therefore, this method will get the second object. Then from the second object, you are getting the code name, duration, amount, and appending this hyphens. So therefore, it will be SAP Commerce Technical, SAP Commerce Technical, 50 hours, 500 hours. So this will be returned. This will be returned to where? It will be returned to this one. So therefore, right now, courses item will have this second record. Okay, so that second record, I want to email it. So that's why I'm collecting and appending. You can see the method here, appending to my this string builder variable. So that means my string builder variable will have first record and second record. After that, we are displaying it. So we are displaying means what? Here in the console or log file. So this time second record get displayed. This time second record get displayed. Next, this is the for loop. So therefore, it will go to the next record. Next record is nothing but the third object. Third object will be sent to this method. So in this method, now, so you will receive the third object. Then from that, you are taking SAP Spartacus and you are appending with the course that hyphens, all these things. SAP Spartacus. So this is going to return now. This is going to return where? Into this particular courses item attribute. Okay, so then this will be appended with the string builder because I want to email those. Okay, because I want to email those. That's it. Then then it will come to the line number 63 and display that particular record. So that means third record also get displayed in the console. Then it will go on, this is the for loop, it will go and check for the next object. Am I having next objects? Am I having the next object?
No. No.
No. So that's why this loop get this loop get finished. So after finishing, is the first requirement is fulfilled. After loop is finished, is this first requirement is finished?
Yes, sir.
Yes, because we displayed each record in the console. So this is done. Then what is pending? So pending is we collected all the data here. You can see this variable. We collected all the courses. You need to email it. That is what it is pending. So therefore, now I want to write the email logic. So now can I write the email logic here only, or can I write in the different file? Can I write the email logic here only, or can I write in the different file?
Different file.
Different file. Why? Because email you can reuse. So right now
Okay.
you are emailing the courses data. Tomorrow you can use the same thing with the order data. Day after tomorrow you can use same thing with the cart data, and so on, so on. So that means I want to write the loosely coupled programming. So that's why I will write the email logic in the different file. So where do I write it? So you can see I created one more package. This is the package, and I just created a send email class. Send email class. Okay, send email class. So here we are writing a method called send email. For this send email, what the input? Input is this mail content. So that's why if you see here, we are calling that class. So I need to call this method. So if I want to call this method, this class, you need to inject here. So that's what we injected here. Okay, then call that method. Call that method by passing your mail content. Call that method by passing your mail content. So therefore, when that method is called, so this mail content will contain what? All this information. This mail content will contain all this information. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, when that method is called, this mail content will have all this information. Good. Now, what is the logic I need to write? I need to send this in the mail body. I need to send this in the mail body. So therefore, for emailing purpose, there are so many ways. For emailing purpose, there are so many ways. But right now, I want to use Hybris provided, SAP Commerce provided mail utils. So now, if you see the line number 22, not 22, this is 27, right? 27. So if you see the line number 27, mail util dot get configuration email, get pre-configuration email. So what does it mean? I will explain. Okay, what does that mean? I will explain. So this particular line will get the pre-configuration email details from local.properties or from properties file. So that's why you can see in the properties file. Okay, in the property file, you can see I am specifying what is the from email, what is the to email, what is the email service, email server. So right now I want to use Gmail to send the emails. In the real time, you will have your company specific mail server. Right now I don't have my own mail server. That's why I'm using Gmail to send the email. To send the Gmail to email, to use the Gmail to send the emails, I need to use the SMT port number, which is a 465. These are all fixed. Then you can specify who is sending the email, from email, to email, reply email. Then all this information you can specify. Finally, you need to specify the password here. Right now, I did not specify the password. I can specify the password little later. How can I specify the password when server is already running? How can I specify the password? Because if I put the password, I need to restart the server, right? How can I specify the password if server is already running?
HSC configuration properties.
Okay, so we can go to HSE and do it. We'll do that. So right now I specified this information. What is the from email to email, all these things in this. So therefore this particular line, 27 line, will get the mail details from here. So therefore I specified what is the from email to email, all those things. Good. Okay. Now this mail will have all this information. Now you can see I am setting the subject. Subject is Chenna training courses details. Then mail body is what? Mail body is nothing but this one. Okay, can you see the line number 31? Mail body is nothing but mail content, this one. Then I need to send email to. To is what? To email, you can see here. So to email, this is a to email. So I am putting the subject and I am putting to whom I need to send. Then the body is nothing but this one, and set SSL to true, and finally send the email. This is the email logic we have written. This is the email logic we have written. Okay, so that means my job is ready. My job is ready, which is getting the courses data and displaying in the console. Then my email service is also ready, which is taking the mail content, which is taking the content, course content, and sending. Everything is ready. So far, if you have any question, you can ask me. Else, what is the next step I need to do? You need to tell. So far, any questions you can ask. Else, what is the next step I need to do? You need to tell.
Every 1 minute we need to display it in console.
Before that, you need to do one more thing.
We need to define the bean.
Very good. Okay. So you can see here, we have written a cron job. This is our own cron job. We have written the mail service. This is our own service. These service, you need to define. You need to tell to SAP Commerce, hey, I have a service. You need to tell to SAP Commerce, hey, I have the cron job. So those information you can tell by defining this as a bean IDs in the spring.xml file. I'm just reverting the changes. Okay. So now let me go and write the. So in this same extension, you can see in the resources, you have a spring.xml. So therefore, we have written the job and we have written the mail service. Then fourth step is, okay, specify, create bean IDs in asterisk hyphen spring.xml. Then also, okay, so how do I do that? We can go here and what is the name of this job? This is the name of the job and the location is this one. Specify that information here. Specify that information here. So in that we are using the flexible search service. So therefore specify the flexible search service. Therefore specify the flexible search service. It is same as, okay, it is same as before whatever we discussed, no difference. Then we also return send email. So in the send email, no services. It is a util functionality here. It is not a service. It's a util functionality. So that's why you can just specify send email and where is the location of it. Specify the send email and where is the location of it. That's it. Nothing more than that. Okay, nothing more than that. That's it. So then just now in the local.properties or property file, we specified the mail configuration, right? Specify the mail configuration. Okay, specify the mail configurations in asterisk.properties files.
Email service you have already annotated with service annotation, right? Why are we declaring it can be bean
Sorry, what
again?
is that?
For the email service, you annotated with at service annotation, right?
Email service, okay.
Send email service, yeah.
Hmm.
Why are we creating a bean in XML again?
For email service, we annotated with the at service, okay.
And you are using @resource in the cron job, right?
To call these methods, right? How do you
Yeah.
call the method of other services?
So do we still need to declare the bean in XML also?
Yeah. Okay. So yes, you need to define that is in the as a bean ID here. All right. Once that is done, what the next step? What is pending now? Tell me. My job is ready. My bean IDs are ready. My configurations are ready. What is the next step? My logic is ready. Everything is ready. Then what is pending?
Create cron job.
Yes. So you need to specify the triggering points. Okay, triggering points. So how do I do that? You can see here. Okay, how do I do that? You can see here. Okay, cron jobs, where is that here? So how do I do that? You can see here. So just please understand this clearly. So we have a cron job table, we have a triggering table. We have two tables here, cron job table, triggering table. So we have two tables, cron job table, triggering table. In the cron job table, you need to specify your cron job information. In the triggering table, you need to specify the you need to specify the triggering point. So that means cron expression. So we have two tables now. Can you please understand this? So we have a cron job table. We have a our cron job type is there, triggering type is there. So in the triggering type, you can specify the cron expression. That means at what time it needs to trigger. Then in the cron job table, you can specify the cron job information. When you are specifying the cron job information, make sure you are giving this bean ID. Okay. So therefore, this is a bean ID for your cron job. So you can give as is. And if you want to give, okay, so that's the job you created, job code. And if you want to give something else, you can give it. And do you want to execute single time or multiple times? I want to execute multiple times. That's why single time execution is false. Then language code is English. So this is what cron expression, cron job we inserted into this cron job type. Then for this, you need to set the timer. For this, you need to set the timer. So therefore, for that we have a triggering type. In the triggering type, so make sure this name is matching here. And you are specifying 0. So what is the meaning of 0? Cron expression. Remaining you are not specifying 0. 0 means after 59 seconds, what it comes? After 59 seconds, what it comes? After 59 seconds, what it comes here? Let's say
0.
first second, second second, 3 second, 4 second like that. 59
0.
seconds, then 0. That means 0 will come for every 1 minute. 0 will come for every 1 minute. So therefore, these jobs you need to execute it. These jobs you need to execute it. So let me go to HAC and execute it.
Chenna, sometimes we use service layer job. What's the use of that?
Service layer classes to write the logic only. So service layer classes are to write the logic, to write some small services, basically to write the logic in a simple word. Okay, now come here. You can see here there is a import impex. Let's create these two. Okay, so I think you need to, this extra spec will fail. Okay, now let's see. So now you can see ChennaReddyTraining job and ChennaReddyTraining job should be there in the cron job and triggering. So therefore now you can go to the cron jobs system. You can just type cron jobs. So you can see in the cron job, you should see Chenna something. Yes, this is the one. Okay, so this is the one. Now you can see here, please. Can you see this one? Can you see this one? Okay, so now this is the one we created just now, and you can see triggering point here. Triggering point here. 0th second. 0th second means every 1 minute, and that's nothing but the triggering second thing whatever we executed. So if you want to go and see the details, you can see the details here. Now, right now, initially what the status is new. That means it is not at all executed. Okay, it is not at all executed. Now you can see here, please. Let's understand some functionalities here or some features here. So this is the job code, this is the status, and if you want to run the job, it should be in the enabled mode, enabled true. Then you can see last started, last ended, and all there. So those are all empty right now. Let me execute once here. So you can see, let me go to the log file. Okay, let me go to the log file. Open the log file also once and see whether those are displayed or not. Tomcat. So this is a log file. Anyway, console it will come, but log file also it should come. So I just deleted everything. So now you can see here. Okay, it's finished. Now can you see this one, please? Now we need to understand it a little bit here. So current status is finished. Finished with what? Some errors. Finished with what? Some errors. Why errors? We'll focus on. Why errors? We'll see that. Okay. Now job is executed. Now you can see when it is started, when it is ended. So that way you will come to know how much time it taken to run the job. Next, you can whenever you run the job, please understand this point clearly. Whenever you run the job, one log file get created about the information. So that means if you have some errors and all, you can go and check in this log file. If you have errors and all, right now there is an error, right? You can go and download this log file and check it. You can go and download this log file and check it. So you can see here. Okay, no. Okay, so now you can see. So can you see the log file, what it is telling? Can you see the log file, what it is telling? Can you guys see the log file, what it is telling? Okay.
Yeah, error sending emails.
Yeah, I'll come in 5-10 minutes. Okay, so it is telling that send email is having the problem. Send email is having the problem. So why send email is having the problem, we'll see. But at least you are getting some information from here. So therefore, whenever you run the job, whenever you run the cron job, one log file get created. You can see the log file information here. That's it. Next, so you can go to the task. Task is nothing but the cron job information. Now you can see here, please. Let's say whenever you run the job, you want to send some email. Then specify send email notification after processing true. Then specify the email ID. So let's say, okay, ChennaReddyTraining@gmail.com, whatever it is. And whenever you are sending the email, then there should be body, right? That body is nothing but this one. That body is nothing but this one. And this is coming from the VM file. If you want to see, you can see. This code should be coming from VM file. You can just go here and search that one in the asterisk VM file. Definitely you will find somewhere. Yeah, you can see. Okay, so this is the code. So if error, this is what it is going to send. If failure, this is what it is going to send. If success, this is what it is going to send. If unknown, this is what it is going to send. Send to whom? Send to this person with this body. And you need to enable the notification to true and so on, so on, so on. So this is how you can specify whenever job is finished, you want to trigger some emails, you can specify like this. Then run as just now we discussed when it is run, language, currency, all these things. Okay, 1 minute. 1 second.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, that's about the important things on the scheduling emails and all. Then you can see time scheduler, just now I shown you the triggering point. Then if there are any recurring system recoveries, you can go and check here, and administration is nothing. Okay, now let's see, that job is ran once, right? Now let's see whether we have the output coming or not. You can see those records got displayed here in the console. Those records get displayed here. And also, you can go to the log file and see. So let me open the log file. Why it's not showing in the log file? So let me open this. Yeah, you can see in the log file also it is showing. Can you see that 3 records are there in the log file, right? Are you able to see?
Sure.
Yes. So that means, so the first requirement is good. We are able to collect all the course details and display in the console as well as display in the log file. Displaying in the console is nothing but displaying the log file. Okay, good. Next, second thing is what? We want to send an email, right? To send the email, we are using Gmail service. To send the email, we are using the Gmail service. Okay, so if you see the local dot properties, just now I shown you. So in the local dot properties, we are using the Gmail server. Okay, so to use this Gmail server or to use the Gmail service to send the emails, what you need to do is that you need to make it as less secure, that functionality. Okay, let's see the error first. What is the error it is telling? Can you see? Sending the email is failed. Why? Sending the email is failed. That means email service is failing because the reason is, can you see this one? Caused by, what is the reason it is showing? What is the reason it is showing?
SMTP
Okay, it is
failed to
showing
connect
that
with the
no password
password.
specified. So that means we did not specify the password here. That's why this is failing. That's why this is failing. Now let me go and specify the password. So how do I specify the password dynamically? You can go to the configurations. You can go to the configurations, and this is the attribute. This is the key. For this key, you need to specify the password here. You need to specify the password here. Now let me enter the password. I'm just stopping this.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, good. Now we enter the password. Okay, we enter the password. After entering the password, now let's see by running the job again. Okay, what else is the problem coming? Let's see. Okay, so you can see it is run, still errors are there. So you can see it is ran, still errors are there. What are the errors you can see? Now password is no problem, right? Can you see? Password is no problem. Okay, but it is giving the problem because so when it is trying to send the email via Gmail, there are security restrictions. There are security restrictions. That's why you need to disable that security restrictions. Let me show you here. So you need to go to this. You need to go to this account of your Gmail. You need to go to the account of that particular Gmail. So you can see. So there is a turn on turn off option before here. So I will show you here. So this is how we had before. If you turn off this, then you will get the emails. Right now, I think Gmail is very strict now. That feature they disabled. That feature they disabled. That's why we are not getting that option, which is okay. But you can see from notes, okay? What you need to do is that you can go to this particular link. You can turn off this. Right now on. You need to off this. Once you off this, then you can see if you go to this, if you go to your email, if you go to your email, you should receive the emails. Definitely, yeah, you can see it is receiving the emails. So right now, I am having the Gmail, not I am having. So it's a Gmail challenge right now. So anyway, in the real time, you will not use Gmail. You will not use Gmail, right? You will have your company specific one. So then you will not have any problems. That's it. Or there are some Gmail test servers here. You can use those. That's not a problem. So email testers.
Fake SMTP server.
Let's save. What is that?
Fake SMTP.
Fake SMTP. Okay. Fake SMTP. So you can see this kind of tools also you can use it here. That's not a problem. You can just use these tools to generate the emails. But for now the concept is same. It is not going to change. Whatever we have done, this will work as long as your server is not a Gmail. So right now Gmail is strictly blocking that, as you can see. So earlier it used to work. You can see here, there itself they are giving the message they are no longer available this setting. So this is the Gmail settings, as Raja said, right? Sorry, Ravi said, right? You can use this kind of fake SMTP kind of third-party tools to send the emails. So then it will work. So this is how you can create the cron jobs and do the steps. And this will be triggered automatically. So right now, one thing is that it is not triggering automatically. The reason is you need to perform update once here. Okay, when you perform update once, this will be registered in the database side. So that is not it happened. That's why we are executing manually. So once you perform the update, then it should work automatically. So based on this triggering point, like this, you can create the triggerings, you can create the cron jobs and do all these steps. And there are some certification questions here and interview questions here. You can go through this with this knowledge. That's all about the cron jobs. If you have any questions, you can ask. Else, we are good for today, and we will continue on Monday. You want holiday or Monday you want a holiday or not required?
Not required.